one thing I noticed, like, if people, certain people, this don't mean like everybody, but the people that do this, like they come to my area. When they come to my area, it's kind of like not you, like, they go wide around, even though, we might be, so-called quote unquote cool, or all right, whatever, and it's fine. I'm almost 50. I done seen a lot, been through a lot, that's fine. I'm just the kind of person that, when I detect foulness, fakeness, I move to the left. You see what I'm saying? And I make you stand on that. And that kind of breeds a lot of problems, I guess, because, when they're ready to engage, I'm like, nah, stand on that business that, you just had. But anyway, when I come to their area, I see them lighting up like Christmas and like, hey, and then when I go, give them and go around them, then I see that, really? Now, this has been off and on throughout the years, multiple jobs, you know what I'm saying? But, like today, it was on my mind. And I think because the answer has come. What it is that you're supposed to be goody two-shoes, at all times. You're supposed to be on your best behavior, you see. And some people, take that for granted, Now, I feel like, label me what you want. I try to live my life to please God. But guess what? He gave me free will too. And sometimes, I choose my own free will, which isn't necessarily his. I'll use the word fornication. Like, that's my biggest weakness, fornication. I don't like to hurt people or none of that. Fornication is a big weakness for me. I guess another word you could use is maybe lust. You see. So that's why I abstained. I started that like some years back, but, I abstain when I'm in between relationships because, it's just too easy. You see what I'm saying? But what's hard is to deny your flesh. Like I could see a gorgeous guy and swagalicious and everything. And, just like any other woman, I want it too. Just imagine a delicious morsel of dessert or a delicious steak. Just like anybody else, I would want it too. But, since I practice self-control and denial, every now and then I get weak too. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's why, I don't say I'm celibate because like I say, I'm not necessarily waiting to get married, but I do wait for a genuine connection. There was this one guy, he was kind of, call himself liking me and everything, like every time we'd see each other, there'd be a spark. But then it went to a point where he ended up getting my phone number, and I was like, let's just get to know each other if you don't mind. Like, apparently we already got that sexual chemistry. Now let's get to know each other up here. Because, I feel like it's not hard to have sexual chemistry. Who can you stand after you reach the finish line? But anyway, so we exchanged numbers. We talked a few times, and unfortunately he's like, early 30s, and I told him I'll be 50 next year. We both kind of got quiet. Then the phone calls kind of fell off. Which, I ain't mad, because full disclosure, I'm not hiding, my age. And like I told him, I was like, I'm not sure if I wanted to go that young, or whatever. But every time he sees me, he's, and reaching, so I think like in his head, that number is there. But when he sees me, it's like, damn that. So I think he's torn or whatever, but, let's just say, eventually, like, when he see me, I stop lighting up, like, he'll, hi, and he'll be like, I'll be like, hello, and then he'll, without doing all that, and I just kind of, look in the opposite direction because, once you got my phone number, I felt like even if we're not intimate right now, I ask, can we get to know each other? You're not investing in that part. So we don't need to, keep getting excited about the sexual energy part, because you ain't give me a chance to get to know you. Now I'm gonna flip a little bit. Like I was waving at this woman this morning. I don't really know her that well, and my first encounter with her left a nasty taste in my mouth, but it's been a couple years now, so like, how long am I going not, want to interact with you, I feel like one infraction, the first was the last, in my opinion, But anyway, I saw her, I had my phone in my hand, and it was lit up, so, and it was dark, but I waved at her, and, she just was emotionless, and we both, like, turned into the same corner, and then once we turned into the corner and got close, she was like, hey, good morning, I was like, hello again. Because now it's like, I guess I feel like, since when does waving at somebody not count as speaking? I'm the kind of person, especially like, let's just say like the leads or whatever, when they're running around looking busy, I don't try to, hey, and get in their face. I try to give like a little head nod because I see that they're busy. And when there's a moment and we catch each other, then we can do a great interaction, or we can wave or whatever. But, I prefer like, the nod of recognition, I guess you could say, But when that lady did that, see, that's what I'm talking about, the free will side. God would want me to, just turn the other cheek and, speak again without, hello again, you know what I'm saying? But, my ego state, I guess I've seen like a Facebook post that was like, good people get tired of being good to ungrateful people. And the Bible says that, the love of many will grow cold in the old, in the latter days, like in the end times, because of how people are, and I've fought a long, hard fight to not let my heart get cold and icy, but I tell you, even at almost 50, it ain't getting no easier.